What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Game Day live stream. I'm Howard Bender. With me, of course, on every Sunday, Jen Piacenti. Jen, how's the week been? We haven't talked very much. There's not a lot of COVID news. We're not freaking out about the weather. Has it been an easier week for you?
It sort of has that way. It's just been kind of chill and kind of nice. And the weather's getting a little cooler here in California, finally starting to feel a little bit like fall. So yeah, it's all been good stuff. I missed having radio dates with you though. I think we've had one once a week for like the last month.
Well, baseball's over. Jim Bowden's back in the saddle. We'll find a way. Maybe we'll bust out one of those round tables again and start doing some of those things.
Okay. All right.
Right? Something, anything, right? Mix it up here.
Plus, you stick me with Adam Ronis on Thursdays now, Howard. I mean, we're going to have to take this off the air.
Aw, Ronis. Come on.
I love Ronis.
I don't know. Let's see. A couple of things for everybody to know in the news right now. Keenan Allen and Matthew Stafford, both negative tests for COVID. They will both play. Keenan Allen had dealing with a little bit of a sore throat, so they sent him home. There was a cornerback there for the Chargers who actually ended up with going on the reserve COVID list, which is why they were just kind of freaked out about that. But that seems to be all well and good. And we got some football going on here. Now, Obviously, everybody's going to be trying to invest as heavily as they can. I mean, let's talk about, you've got Seattle Buffalo as an early game. That's got a high point total. Vegas against the Chargers. That's another one there. I'm assuming Minnesota Detroit is going to be a popular one there. And as I mean no disrespect to the stars sitting behind you, Jen, but I think a lot of people are going to invest heavily in the Pittsburgh Steelers and kind of slap you guys around a little bit.
On that note, that's fine. On that note, I want you guys to know, if you're not playing the Fantasy Alarm Pick'em contest, you need to get in it right now. It's free to enter. It's a $200 gift card if you win. And I even went ahead and picked the Cowboys to make it that much easier for you all. So if that's not incentive enough, get over there and do it. I think the Cowboys can cover the 9.5 point spread, because you know why? Because I believe.
9.5. Yeah. It's here's the problem though, Jen, is that the spread right now, as of today, was 14.5 as last I saw. Let me
really 14.5. Oh, come on. Easy.
So you better change that pick there. I mean, you're only getting 9.5 points. You're not getting any value on that bet.
That's all Fantasy Alarm gives me. 9.5 points.
9.5 points. Yep. Looking at
it, 14, it anyway.
It's 14.5.
Even more reason for you guys to play and beat me down.
Loyal to a fault, apparently. Jen Piacenti.
But I'm going to probably tell you all not to start Zeke. Just fair warning.
Now, they say he's going to play. Are you confident that Zeke plays? And even if he does play, does it matter?
I'm not confident that he plays because, first of all, he may play, but if he's feeling at all not 100%, why would you risk your $90 million man when you're about to go on a bye and you're probably going to lose this game anyway, even though I bet the other way? Let Tony Pollard run it. So it's a tough matchup. I don't think they're going to really lean on Zeke. That being said, I have a league where he's still the best option, like in Scott Fishbowl, because everybody else is injured. Carlos Hyde is injured. Chris Carson is injured. Troy Pope has a concussion. So I'm going to start him there. But if I had an option even like Antonio Gibson, I don't think I would do it this week because I think they're going to limit him, and it's a tough matchup anyway.
Okay. I mean, listen, I think that, when I saw that he was possibly not going to play, I just kind of assumed, all right, so the Cowboys are atrocious. You've got Garrett Gilbert, under center today. The offensive line is still way banged up. Mm-hmm. Zeke's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm just not going to roll out there week in, week out so that everybody can stack the box against me and just beat my brains in, and I have a crappy season. And if I have a crappy season because of that, does that affect anything with me? Now, obviously, he's already signed that. He did sign that big ass deal. So that really doesn't, have any major effect. But I think for his mental health, his psyche, I think he would just assume, let me not have, I'd rather have a couple of games missed because of injury as opposed to, wow, look at how bad those numbers were.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's what's going on. And I think that Dallas Cowboys want to save face that way a little bit too. If it gets to where, and this game could get out of hand early, and if it does, why are you going to run Zeke out there and just break him down? Like, it's just more chance for injury. So they have a bye week coming up. They can rest. When they're back, they should be a little more healthy, and then I think you unleash the fury, as Justin Finsterman would say.
Speaking of unleashing the fury, tonight's action here, Tampa Bay against the Saints. This one's a big one here because Antonio Brown makes his debut. Now, I wrote an article in the New York Post that says if you've got him, you better play him here, because if you don't play him, you're basically admitting that, yeah, maybe it wasn't the best call to blow all my fab budget, or maybe I was made the wrong call stashing him the entire time. If you've been stashing him the entire way, now I'm not saying like if you start two wide receivers and you've got DeAndre Hopkins and DK
and
Metcalf,
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, like you don't sit one of those guys. But if you're sitting there in the whole, I got Antonio Gibson and Marvin Jones and, Tony Pollard, who should
totally agree.
You start Antonio Brown.
Totally agree. You got him to be a huge upside play to win you your league. If you don't believe in him now, you're not going to believe in him. So I agree. You play it. That's how you win. If you believed in that guy to blow your fab budget, you better play him.
Yeah, and that's an important thing that you guys just need to pay attention to. Try to think if there's any other big stories that we've been tackling throughout the week. Again, Seattle's going to go with DJ Dallas as their number one running back. Troymaine Pope out for the Chargers. I know you had him in your deep cuts video. I had him for a little while as a deep waiver option. Also, he's going to be out. Does that give you more hope on Justin Jackson, or do we finally maybe see Josh Kelly get some touches?
I think Josh Kelly will get some touches, but it makes me feel even better about Justin Jackson, of which I have a lot of shares. So I still do think Troymaine Pope is a great deep ad. Obviously, we should watch Josh Kelly, but if you have him, I think that's a great stash. I mean, we've seen a lot of other stashes not pay off. Troymaine Pope should be inexpensive and a great stash. So, but we'll keep an eye on it. I love Justin Jackson today. Love.
I do like Jackson a lot today, and he's definitely cheaper in DFS, which is super nice. One more here, the Calvin Ridley situation. Now, Falcons have their bye week next week. They've been wishy-washy about Calvin Ridley. He hasn't practiced at all during the week. I don't think he plays today. I think he sits.
I agree. And I don't think they need to. I mean, they're not in the hunt. And they probably still could beat Denver. I mean, Denver was good last week. They had that, awesome comeback versus the Chargers, 3 touchdowns in the second half. Drew Lock looked good. I still advise playing him as a bargain play on DFS, but why risk injuring Calvin Ridley? It's the same thing as Zeke Elliott to me. You have Julio Jones, you have Hayden Hurst, you have Russell Gage, you even have Todd Gurley. I mean, you have some playmakers. It's fine. You can win this game with Julio Jones.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, let's hit some of the questions. I do have, for those of you who don't have the playbook. I'm looking at you. I don't understand why you don't have the playbook. I definitely think you need to hit our Black Friday sale if you don't. FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday. You get all 12 sports, DFS, seasonal. It's full access here. Full access, including draft guides and cheat sheets. $97. You pay it now, and then you don't owe us anything until January 1st, 2022. So you're looking at basically a year and 2 months worth of the playbook for less than $100. This deal ends at Cyber Monday. So you've got a little bit of time to do it, but why wait right now when you can start getting all of this DFS content immediately? So again, FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday. You want to get involved with that 100%. If you don't have that playbook right now, I've got a hunch on a really, really deep sleeper for this week.
I know who it is too.
Because you probably saw him sitting in the dartboard.
And I saw you make some moves this morning because I get those notifications like, this person
yeah.
through. And I saw this dirty, filthy pick in the GST League, the Crusher.
Yeah, it's really
move.
funny. Cheyenne Bailey actually, she texted me a screenshot of her saying "Mama Bird picked up," and she just wrote, "What's up with this?" So I was like, "All right." And the next thing I know, what did she do? She sends me another screenshot of her picking him up in the Scott Fish Bowl.
Nice. All right, we're not going to tell you who it is because you got to go get that dartboard.
Well, you got to get that dartboard. Maybe at the end of this live stream, we'll
might reveal. But you got to stay to the end for the big reveal. It's disgusting, y'all. It's gross.
It's nasty, but it could work.
Could. It could.
I really do think it could.
I think it could too.
All right, let's get to some questions here from around the world. Big thanks to everybody who's tuned in here. We're on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube. So by all means, subscribe, like, go to all those pages, hit the subscribe button and the like button for all of those. Stay in tune with us every step of the way, because on Sunday mornings, again, this is the only spot that you get Q&A from me. I don't do it on social media during Sundays. Too much going on for me. So, all right, let's get to it here. We'll start with our friends over on Periscope. Are you ready, Jen?
I'm ready. If this is anything like Tuesday, we're going to have to go fast. Thursday, we're going to go fast because we were crowded. So let's go.
All right, let's do it. Need 2, Amari Cooper, DJ Chark, Jamison Crowder, Sterling Shepard, PPR.
Chark and Crowder.
Tannehill or Newton?
Tannehill.
No love for Cam Newton against the hapless Jets?
No, not really.
Yeah, I know, me neither. Jonathan Taylor or Leonard Fournette in a PPR?
Fournette.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would go as well. No doubt. Tommy Blue Eyes gets his dream team now, right? He's got Antonio Brown. He's got Leonard Fournette. He's got Gronk.
He's having sleepovers. Gross. It's a party.
Right, yeah. So bad. 1 point PPR, Jonnu Smith or Logan Thomas?
Go ahead and go Jonnu. The matchup is really, really good this week. I know he's given you a couple bum weeks, but let's get Jonnu back on track.
I'm a little nervous about Jonnu, to be honest. Now that you've got Corey Davis back, you've got A.J. Brown healthy, Adam Humphries is there. Is he out?
He's out, isn't he?
Is he out today?
I think he's out today.
Well, that actually might help.
That was last I heard. We'll double check that, guys.
Yeah, we definitely need to make sure of that because, yep, Adam Humphries officially listed as out. So, yeah, maybe that does help our boy Jonnu a little bit more. Good call, Jen. Derek Carr, Big Ben.
This is such a tough one. I'm going to go Carr.
Yeah, I love this matchup. I think it's good. It's got a definite back and forth game script possibility here. And I feel like while Big Ben could be, Big Ben against Dallas is huge.
Yeah, he actually hasn't thrown for that many touchdowns.
Exactly.
And even though the points look like they're a lot, it doesn't actually go to Big Ben. And that's the thing that we have to be aware of. And Chase Claypool, if he's making plays, he could rush them in. We've got James Conner. There's just a lot of ways. And Big Ben doesn't make plays with his legs at all. So Derek Carr, very accurate, putting up fantastic numbers this year. Love the matchup between Herbert. I have DFS stacks on both sides. I have a Herbert stack and I have a Carr stack. And I've been debating Carr or Matt Stafford in one of my leagues. And right now I've got Carr.
Nice.
Tough, though. It's like
listen, I did the same thing with stacks. I did a Carr stack and I did a Herbert stack as well, just to make sure. I really do like this game. And I think everybody's going to be so invested in Buffalo, Seattle, that if there is any kind of a problem here, because I took Buffalo +3.
Nice.
In the Westgate Super Contest. I've just got that's more of a gut feel. Buffalo does play well at home. Josh Allen plays well at home. That's more kind of a gut feel. Seattle not really used to doing the travel across country, not to mention the fact that they're playing the early slate, which means that it's like a 10 a.m. game for them.
That's true.
And
And
that could
Buffalo's due to bounce back. They're a great team. Josh Allen can't keep stinking like this, and that secondary is so crummy in Seattle. Stephon Diggs should go off. Cole Beasley is a great play. I put him in my DFS bargains. I think he should get some attention. It's just this could be a fun game.
Yeah, I added Beasley late to the playbook because, well, A, the salary relief, B, it gives you that share of that game without having to overspend because Lockett, Metcalf, Diggs are so priced up.
It's like you took the exact quote from my video.
Oh.
It's amazing. We are like Jedi mind these days, even when we don't talk.
Like share brain.
Yeah.
All right, PPR, if Ridley is out, start Crowder, Mooney, Patrick, or Kirk?
Kirk.
Going Christian Kirk. I mean, those are all horrible options.
Really I don't think they're horrible because Crowder targets.
I don't mind Mooney or Patrick too much. Kirk, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's if you feel that they're going to focus on DeAndre Hopkins, and that'll leave Kirk open a little bit more. I don't like any of those guys. Need one running back and one flex. Half point PPR, Jen. Antonio Gibson, Zach Moss, Jonathan Taylor, Brandon Cooks.
I like Gibson and Cooks.
Gibson and Cooks. I like Gibson and Cooks as well. You could go Moss, but again, I think that this ends up going a little bit more of an aerial game for that. But yeah, I like Gibson and Cooks, definitely. Let's see. Fingers crossed for Drew Lock this week. Yep. Well, fingers crossed. Titans, Texans, or Cardinals defense?
Cardinals.
I agree. Miami didn't have a practice on Friday because they had to deal with COVID procedures. They dealt with all their testing again on Saturday morning. They travel cross country. And Tua, we just don't know what to expect out of him, right?
100 yards last week for Tua. It's not an offensive juggernaut yet. So they won the game. So you look at that score and you think, oh, Tua must have been awesome. Look at that. But it didn't really come from Tua. So we have to be careful there. And I feel like they can limit them.
Yeah. I mean, it was 2 defensive touchdowns, and then they almost had a third one. And that guy got stopped at like the 3-yard line. So, I mean, is that really a tough sell for Miami to score offensively from the 3? No, it wasn't. Yeah. Lock or Teddy Bridgewater?
I'm going to go. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go Bridgewater.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
The dump off passes to McCaffrey in major abundance.
Yeah. And also just like he's going to have to throw because they're probably going to get down. So he could take a few deep shots as well. It's possible. We could see Robbie Anderson make some plays. I know nobody's agreeing this week on that possibility. Everyone's kind of got Bridgewater low, and I understand that the pass defense is very good for Kansas City, but it's just kind of a feeling of mine. Locke is also a great play, but we've seen Teddy Bridgewater actually be pretty consistently good this year, and he's got Christian McCaffrey back. We've seen Locke be good basically once.
Yeah, true. Interesting. We talk about McCaffrey. Mac _1215 wants to know our thoughts on Christian McCaffrey splitting carries this week with Mike Davis.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 70-30. I think it'll be mostly Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like 80-20.
You think 80-20? I mean, I think that they said that they were going to share.
I'm hearing a little whisper in my ear from our producer, Matt Sells. Matt, can you repeat that to me again? They're going to rotate series. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. That's what Ian Rappaport said. Interesting. I still think it tilts more towards McCaffrey. If McCaffrey's healthy and good to go, I can't see them, staying with Davis the whole time.
Agree.
Yeah. All right, PPR format, Deontay Johnson, Marvin Jones, Darius Slayton, Marvin Hall, or Sterling Shepard. Only need one here.
Man, that's hard. PPR, this is risky, but I'm going to go Marvin Jones.
It's either him or Deontay Johnson for me.
Exactly. It's one of the two, and my only concern is Deontay Johnson seems to be boom or bust. Whether he gets, there's 3 receivers there. Marvin Jones, there's no Kenny Galladay. So since it's PPR, I'm going to go Jones. But man, that's tough because Deontay Johnson's the better receiver.
Yeah, and Johnson did. He was getting like 9 targets a game through the first 2 games. We know Big Ben looks for him, so
Yeah.
I could go with that as well. Deontay Johnson over Marvin Jones. To me, yeah, it's kind of a coin flip in that situation. So Kim, just who do you want
Trust
to
your
root
gut.
for more? Who do you want to root for more? Flex play here: Hollywood Brown or Jonathan Taylor in a PPR.
I'm going Hollywood Brown because squeaky wheel, baby.
Gets the grease.
Yep. And he was squeaking and deleting.
Squeaking and deleting. All right, let's move over to our friends at Facebook here. Right? Is that where I'm at? I'm at Facebook. Tannehill or Breeze?
Breeze.
Breeze for me as well. Let's see. Need 2 between Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Swift, or Justin Jackson.
Deontay Johnson and Justin Jackson.
Yeah, I'm not ready to trust DeAndre Swift here. I mean, I get it.
And not,
he's the top
not because
guy.
of Swift, but because of the way they play their games. Because of Patricia.
Do we go with the Adrian Peterson revenge game narrative?
No, we never go with Adrian Peterson, Howard. You know the rules.
All right. Let's see. Should I drop Leonard Fournette to get DJ Dallas this week or Pollard? I have Zeke on my team and Gibson.
No, just stick with what you got. DJ Dallas might be good for this week, and then after that, Chris Carson's back, and who knows if we ever see DJ Dallas again because Carlos Hyde and Chris Carson are back, and it's not worth it for 1 week. Antonio Gibson's a good play for this week, and Zeke is gonna play, so maybe you're slumming it for a week, but you don't want to make a big move and put yourself in a corner because someone's gonna pick Zeke up if you drop him.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely not about dropping Zeke. It's more about dropping Pollard, and you don't know if Zeke's going to play, moving forward. So you might as well have Pollard there. Keep yourself protected. 1 running back, 1 flex. Taylor, Lev Bell, Chase Claypool, Sterling Shepard. Half point.
I'm going Lev Bell and Chase Claypool.
I like that pick. I do. I'm not ready to trust Taylor either. Let's see. Would you drop Damian Harris and play Gus Edwards, Jordan Howard, or Jordan Wilkins, or wait it out till Monday, and if he's out, just pivot to either Michelle or White?
Okay, what? I don't think that I would. Is Damian Harris listed as questionable?
I think
so. Is that
so.
what this
Yeah.
is about?
Well, I mean, if it's Edwards, like, is that Gus Edwards? I'm assuming it's Gus Edwards here, right? Gus Edwards, Jordan Howard, or Wilkins. I mean, is James White any better or worse than those 3 guys? I don't think so.
No.
So I would wait to see what Harris is up to.
I would too.
Out, pivot to White.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. That's what I was thinking because the play here is Harris to me, and then I guess if he's out, then it has to be White.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Full point PPR: Jonnu Smith or Hayden Hurst?
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst. Jerry Jeudy or Marvin Jones Jr.?
No, that's hard. Marvin Jones Jr.
I love Jeudy this week.
I do too.
Really do.
He's also in my video.
He's all over. He's all over the lineups too for DFS because he's so cheap right now.
We have a matchup this week, Howard Bender, and I'm rolling out Jerry Jeudy versus you.
Which league are we playing in?
One of the family leagues.
Oh, all right.
Mama Bird.
Oh, you're playing Mama Bird, who just made that dirty, filthy pickup.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting all these. I'm getting lots of notifications about this filthy, filthy pickup. But I'm not afraid. You can roll that guy out. Don't worry.
All right, we'll see.
Because you know who I got back? Christian McCaffrey.
Finally. Don't I have Dalvin Cook in that league?
I don't know.
All right.
Probably.
Tannehill, lock, Cam Newton.
Tannehill.
Kirk or LaMichael Pirine in the flex?
Kirk.
Jonnu Smith or TJ Hawkinson?
Hawk.
Ponch is just chiming in here. He's liking the Carr and Herbert stacks. He's liking Beasley, but he does want to know Lindsey or D. Williams. I'm going to assume that that's Darrell Williams.
Damian? Yeah, because it would Lindsey.
Yeah, Lindsey is the way to go. Lindsey is the way to go. We love you too, Ponch. Yes, we do.
We do love you, Ponch.
I got to get my ass to Chicago because I've been invited to Ponch's family dinner.
Yeah.
Right. And you stick me in any kind of dinner that has Latino cooking in there. And I'm a mess. It's like, so Ponch and I have gone back and forth here about that. I really got to get my ass over to the south side of Chicago and go visit him. No doubt.
Outsider.
All right. David Johnson or DeAndre Swift?
David Johnson.
Ponch is day drinking. He meant Damian Harris or Philip Lindsay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Philip Lindsay.
We'll still go Philip Lindsay, Ponch. I better get out of Facebook right now before Ponch and I just start going back and forth here. Let's hit our friends over at the YouTube.
Show up with a mimosa to the live stream.
Right? Well,
you guys can take all my advice.
Who says that this is just tea?
If I get more giggly as we go along, you'll know what's in this mug.
You know what I'm kind of thinking? I'm kind of thinking what we need is a nice group live stream. You know, I had that whole idea for, the show Getting Buzzed with Roto Buzz guy.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just start boozing and do a whole show with us just talking fantasy football, but the longer the show goes on, the drunker or more stonied we get.
I mean, would it be family friendly?
No, it would not be family friendly.
So we would need to do it after hours.
You'd have to put the kids away. Just put the kids away. We should record it at 8 a.m. too. And then broadcast it late. Just something to think about, people. Just
no matter how much I drink, I will never dance as badly as Drew Lock. I just want you to know that.
Oh, what's up with Drew? Come on, he was great. Moving over to YouTube. Mike DaCosta says, good morning.
Morning.
A 4.2 tremor in New England, huh?
Ooh.
That's because Tom Brady keeps dissing New England, so the earth is acting out. Gibson, Amari Cooper, Deontay Johnson, or Tony Pollard?
Man, I'm going to go Gibson.
I'm going to go Deontay Johnson.
Johnson? Yeah.
I feel like Ben will throw some. I think Connor gets a buttload of work, but I think he's got to throw some. And I know Juju's been getting the work lately, but that's because Deontay's been a little banged up. Feeling it. I'm feeling it right here. Right here.
I like that.
Do you think Josh Jacobs will see limited snaps today?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, then he needs 2 in this one. PPR, Marvin Jones, Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk, or David Montgomery?
Marvin Jones and Deontay Johnson.
Love it. Love it. And done in the house, Jonnu or Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry.
Gronk or Jared Cook?
Gronk.
Johnny J says, Mernin. He got royally effed by Tanyan and Hasty on Thursday, didn't we all?
Yikes.
Right? Sit one of these. Sit one.
Okay.
David Johnson, Josh Jacobs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chris Godwin.
Sit Godwin.
Sitting Godwin. I'm being told right now, Calvin Ridley officially out.
All right. Get those Hursters.
Just so you know. All right. Ann needs 2 in a PPR here. Godwin, Rojo, Beasley, Manny Sanders.
Godwin and Beasley.
Agreed. Please rank these in PPR format. Beasley, John Brown, Manny Sanders, Sterling Shepard.
Okay. PPR format.
Yep.
Beasley, Brown, Shepard,
San-
Sanders.
Beasley, Brown, Shepard, Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Good morning, Gene. He says, you helped us. We helped him last week and again this week, dealing with a MASH unit. Need a wide receiver and a flex and a full point PPR. Pollard, Patrick, Amendola, Jacoby Myers, Darnell Mooney, and or Zach Pascal.
Okay. Give me those one more time. I think it's Patrick and Mooney.
I feel like it's Patrick and Mooney as well. A case could be made for Jacoby Myers because he is a favorite of Cam Newton.
Only one. Yeah.
And then Amendola could be good.
Maybe not. That's a good for me playing a GPP, Amendola, but I don't know if I'd want him for my seasonal.
I like it. Need one in a PPR. Parker, Judy, Beasley.
Jody.
Need 2.5 point PPR. Deontay Johnson, Marvin Jones, Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard.
Okay, give me those again.
Deontay Johnson, Marvin Jones.
Those two.
Skipping out on Mike Evans and Sterling Shepard.
I'm skipping out on Mike Evans and Sterling Shepard. I hate it, but with Godwin, with Antonio Brown, I just don't know. And it could be another one of those in Gronk. It could be another one of those situations where he gets 4 targets. Yeah. And I just don't think you want to go through that pain again. So I'm saving you from that pain. I'm really sorry if it's the wrong one, but I think you're good with the other two guys.
I got into it with a Bucks fan over on Twitter because he saw my article in the Post and he hated it because he's a huge Bucks fan, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are Pro Bowl receivers, and I'm like, yeah,
they are.
I get the fact that they are, but you can't ignore the fact that when Tom Brady came to town, he took over, and it wasn't Bruce Arians. He didn't want Ronald Jones. They got him Leonard Fournette. All right. He didn't want, he didn't want O.J. Howard or Cameron Brate. He wanted Gronk. They got him Gronk. He's been lobbying for Antonio Brown the entire time during the offseason. They finally locked him in there. So it's obvious that that's who he wants to throw the ball to. I'm not saying that Godwin and Evans are dead. What I'm saying is that the target distribution is going to be spread out a lot more than I think what they're used to. Everybody's used to Jameis Winston force-feeding targets to Mike Evans, force-feeding the ball to Chris Godwin. It's not Jameis Winston anymore. It's Tom Brady. And Tom Brady likes to have his guys who he feels comfortable with and trusts. And so if that means that AB is on the team now, that's going to pull targets away from the top guys. It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. May I refer
you to my Tom Brady rant video? If this happens again, you just send those people over there, and then you don't have to deal with them.
I should definitely do that. I'll send that to him. I don't know if he's talking to me anymore now. Need 2. Steve Slayton, I almost said. Darius Slayton, Devontae Parker, Tim Patrick, or Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown, and I think Darius Slayton.
Yep, I would do that as well. Those are my 2. Need 2 out of these in a PPR. John Brown, Randall Cobb, Darius Slayton, Hayden Hurst. It is tight end premium.
Okay, I'm going to go weird here. Randall Cobb and Hayden Hurst.
Randall Cobb and Hayden Hurst.
I know, a little wacko, but I have feelings. I have a gut feeling about Randall Cobb this week.
I like it. All right. Need 2 in a PPR format. 2, actually need a wide receiver and a flex here. Zach Moss, Melvin Gordon, Amari Cooper, Hollywood Brown, Sterling Shepard.
Hollywood Brown.
So that's our wide receiver.
And Zach Moss? No, Amari Cooper. Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Grape is going to get him the ball?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Zach Moss or Melvin Gordon?
Zach Moss over him? Melvin Gordon splitting with
Philip
Lindsay. Zach Moss is technically still sharing with Singletary, and I'm not sure the game script favors him. So, Gilbert has to throw the ball somewhere. It's just as likely Amari Cooper gets into the end zone as Zach Moss, in my opinion, because we're not going to be using Zeke probably or at his full capacity. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I like it. Which players from the 8:20 game would make my Sunday playbook? Well, I'll tell you what, Darren Keepers, you're just going to have to wait a little bit because I'll be writing up the Sunday night game for the showdown slate a little later on today. So stand by.
Do you sleep, Howard? Do you sleep?
No, I wish I did.
No.
DJ Dallas or Zeke?
DJ Dallas.
Need one in a PPR flex here. McKissick, Josh Kelly, Fournette, Manny Sanders, Jared Cook. It is tight end premium.
I still don't like Jared Cook. There's too much competition for targets, and now you got Michael Thomas coming back, so no.
I like Fournette here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Full point PPR, need one running back between Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jackson, or Devin Singletary.
Justin Jackson, no question.
Agreed. Pick two out of these. Sterling Shepard, Mike Williams, Deontay Johnson, or Brandon Cooks.
Deontay Johnson and Brandon Cooks. I do like Mike Williams, though.
I love Mike Williams. I do. How do I get Mike Williams in there?
You got to get the tricky thing about Mike Williams is, though, and we know this is probably going to screw me because he's probably going to have like a 3-touchdown game because we've seen him really try to hit Mike Williams, but he also does these things, Justin Herbert, like throw touchdowns to random people like Jalen Guyton, and there's still Hunter Henry there, and now we know Keenan Allen's going to play. So to really put your money, if Allen were out, I would lean Mike Williams, but now that Allen's playing, I just feel like Justin Herbert will just throw to whoever he can. He doesn't care. He's just going to play, and so sometimes he's going to go off one of these weeks. It's just a matter of when. I'd rather play him in DFS than seasonal right now.
All right, so Deontay Johnson and Brandon Cooks are the way to go here. Half point PPR, flex spot, Zach Moss or Sterling Shepard?
Half point PPR, Sterling Shepard.
All right, full point PPR, AJ Brown or DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
Full point PPR, need two wide receivers out of Keenan Allen, Robbie Anderson, Hollywood Brown, or Brandon Cooks.
Keenan Allen and Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, I like it. I do. Need three out of this in a full point PPR. Davis, Emmanuel Sanders, Sterling Shepard. Well, it says need three, and you listed three.
Corey Davis.
I don't know. He says need three, 1 point PPR. Oh, here, Parker. There's the name. Parker, Corey Davis, Emmanuel Sanders, Sterling Shepard. Who sits?
I'll go. Sanders sits. I might sit Parker. Okay. I might. I just don't trust Tua right now. That's valid.
Yeah. Full point PPR, Zeke or Lev Bell?
Lev Bell.
Half point PPR, Damian Harris, Jonathan Taylor, or DJ Dallas?
DJ Dallas.
Half point PPR, Hollywood Brown, Christian Kirk, CeeDee Lamb.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood.
I know it's risky. I know it feels risky, but God, he's so upset about not getting the targets, and then Lamar even apologized. It's got to happen this week.
Right. What's the point of having soldiers if you never use them? Never. That was the tweet that came from Marquise Hollywood Brown, which he quickly took down after.
At least he didn't say you can't use them, because then Lamar might have been pissed. But
truth.
He said never use them. So
half point PPR, sit two. Calvin Ridley. Well, all right. So Ridley's automatically out. Yep. So that's one guy we're sitting. Sit one out of Metcalf, AJ Brown, Robbie Anderson, Chris Godwin.
Sit Godwin.
Sitting Godwin, huh?
Who would you say, Anderson?
The
Godwin's got a busted finger, and so this is how I see this happening. He's kind of got a busted finger, so they might play him a little bit, but they're not going to do anything to risk it re-injuring his finger. They've got Antonio Brown, their new toy they're going to take out for a spin. They've got Gronk. They've got Mike Evans still. I don't see Chris Godwin coming in and having a huge game, because what are you going to do? Risk re-injuring his finger? I don't think so. So he could even be a decoy. I just don't feel super confident about Chris Godwin this week, even though I love Chris Godwin. I just wish I were sure he were healthy.
I like it.
Use your hands to catch a ball.
I like it. Can he do it with one finger? Is it his
maybe
index finger?
You can, but why risk it?
Need one in a PPR. J.D. McKissick, Mecole Hardman, Hunter Renfrow.
J.D. McKissick, Hunter Renfrow.
Bucks D or Chargers D?
Neither. Bucks.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't like either.
Both are terrible options.
I don't like either. I don't like either.
I don't like either. No. Tomato.
Tomato.
Potato.
Potato.
Let's call this live stream off.
Done. Sorry, guys. We're out. All right. Let's see. Lev Bell or DJ Dallas?
DJ Dallas.
Half point PPR. Singletary starting, but wondering if you would drop Boston Scott and snag DJ Dallas off waivers and start him. Yes, I would.
Yes, I would. What hold on to Boston Scott for?
Well, right?
I mean, I guess you need to. Maybe. No, you can get him back.
Rotate him out. All right. Need 3 in a PPR. Jonathan Taylor, Marvin Hall, Russell Gage, David Mooney. It's Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney. Gage, Mooney, and who was the first one?
Jonathan Taylor, Marvin Hall.
And Jonathan Taylor. Marvin Hall's the one I wouldn't use today.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Oh, I think I just jumped up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, Tim Patrick, John Brown, DJ Dallas, or Mecole Hardman?
DJ Dallas.
J. Dallas. Emmanuel Sanders or Hollywood Brown?
Hollywood Brown.
Need 3 of these 6 full point PPR. McCaffrey, Jacobs, Robinson, Edmonds, Rojo, and Swift.
McCaffrey, Jacobs, Robinson.
You don't like Chase Edmonds, huh?
I do like Chase Edmonds, but I like McCaffrey, Jacobs, and Robinson better.
I'm just going to say that I'll go McCaffrey and Jacobs, but I'll go Edmonds over Robinson just for the fact that I think that while Houston's run defense blows, I think with Jake Luton as the quarterback, I think they might sell out to stop the run a little bit more than, kind of like what Green Bay did against San Francisco on Thursday night. Green Bay's run defense is terrible, and they sold out to stuff the run.
That's possible. And to be fair, the last time James Robinson met the Houston run defense was his worst game of the season. And I don't know how that happened. But James Robinson's also involved in the passing game. I can't go against James Robinson for Chase Edmonds yet. I just can't. He's been too good to me too long.
That's fine. So we differ on that one, John. So we're both in on McCaffrey and Jacobs. She says Robinson. He says Chase Edmonds. Oh, sit 2 of these in a PPR format. McKissick, Singletary, Beasley, Cobb, and Renfrow.
Sit McKissick and Singletary.
Agreed. Put the backs on the bench. Ann wants to know if she can trust Amari Cooper at all, or start Parker or Manny over him.
I think I would still go Cooper here.
All right. Zeke or Moss? PPR.
Wow, that's hard.
I'm going Moss here. I'm going Moss because I think Zeke doesn't play the full game.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think they're going to limit him. And so then if they're both limited, then it's the same. And Moss should get goal line carries. So big points on that game.
Sit 2 of these. Jordan Wilkins, Hayden Hurst, Damian Harris, Emmanuel Sanders, Darius Slayton. Sit 2 of them.
Sit Sanders and sit Slayton, I think.
I'm gonna sit Wilkins. I'm gonna sit
Oh,
Sam.
Wilkins. Yes, sit Wilkins. I agree. Sit Wilkins.
Sit Wilkins. Need 3 PPR. Evan Engram, Jonnu Smith, CeeDee Lamb, LaMichael Pirine, Jacoby Myers.
Ingram, Myers,
Jonnu?
Smith. Yeah.
There it is. Hurst or Mark Andrews?
Hurst.
See, I'm gonna go Mark Andrews. I know he hasn't done well recently, but I cannot sit that dude just knowing how often he catches touchdowns. Like I just can't.
I think Hurst could have a good game today with no Calvin Ridley. So now I would have said Andrews until we heard Calvin Ridley was out.
What about Big Ben or Breeze?
Breeze.
Gurley or Dallas?
Dallas.
Cooks or Beasley?
Cooks.
Deshaun or Lamar?
Deshaun, baby.
Jonnu or Cobb?
Cobb.
J.K. Dobbins or Swift?
Dobbins.
Dobbins or Zeke?
Dobbins.
Need 1 out of this mess. Jonnu Smith, Keelan Cole, Jordan Howard, Jonathan Taylor.
I might go Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu. Is it safe to start Allen and Godwin this week? Which Allen?
Allen. Keenan Allen and Chris Godwin must be.
Yeah,
yes.
They're both safe to start. Yep. Let's see. I need a tight end and a flex here. Noah Fant. To
Noah Fant.
Oh, he's got Lock. So he needs 1 for the flex. Noah Fant or Stephon Diggs?
Oh.
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. I love Noah Fant as a tight end. Like, if you can start him as your tight end, you should. He's probably the #1 tight end for me this week.
Oh, all right. Wait. Nope. This is a DFS question, actually. Here it is.
Okay.
So now it makes sense. Noah Fant and Stephon Diggs or Eric Ebron and Julio Jones?
Fant and Diggs.
Fant and Diggs. Updates on Josh Jacobs? I don't know. Why don't you
playing? I think.
I'm pretty sure he's playing. You should definitely look over at Fantasy Alarm and see what we got.
I think he was just sick. It wasn't that he was injured. I think he just had a flu or something, is my understanding. So I don't think we need to worry about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. He practiced on Friday in limited capacity. Ian Rappaport is saying that he is expected to play. There you go. See? Steve, all you had to do was just typey on your keyboard into Fantasy Alarm, and you would have gotten that information there as well. Manny Sanders or Jacoby Myers?
Jacoby Myers.
DJ Dallas or James Robinson?
DJ.
Here
DJ
it is.
Dallas. DJ Dallas.
Need a wide receiver 2 here. Brandon Cooks, Marvin Jones, Hollywood Brown.
Jeez, you only get 1?
Yep. Well,
I like
for
those
now.
Options. Like those. Is it PPR or non-PPR?
Half point.
Half point. Oof. Okay. Let's go. Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. Would you start Cooks or Hollywood Brown over Melvin Gordon in the flex?
Yes, I'd start both.
So which one then, Cooks or Hollywood?
Let's start Cooks.
All right, so here you go, fat boys. Brandon Cooks and Marvin Jones are the way to go here. Need 2 in a PPR. McKissick, Wilkins, Manny Sanders, Randall Cobb, Jonnu Smith. It is tight end premium.
Randall Cobb and Jonnu Smith.
Let's see. AB, Stephon Diggs, McLaurin, pick 2.
God, I was debating this today too. But I'm still going to go Stephon Diggs and McLaurin.
All right. Fant, Godwin, or Hurst?
Fant.
Need a flex here. James White, McKissick, Manny Sanders.
McKissick.
And Ann wants to know, you don't like Parker because of Tua right now? That is correct. He'll probably also see a little bit of Patrick Peterson today. So I don't love the play. Wilkins or Taylor?
I had this debate in the league. I'm going Taylor, but this is the last week. I'm going Taylor, and then I'm putting in his backup.
This is my very last time.
It's your last chance, JT. You better not claim it's an ankle injury, and you better get your spectacles on and start seeing.
Yeah. All right, let me pop back over to Periscope and see Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Marvin Jones, Standard League.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You know what? Yes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yep. Moss or Taylor?
Moss. Yeah, Moss.
Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry in half-point PPR?
Hunter Henry.
Gronk or Hawkinson?
This is a tough one. I'm going to go Hawk.
Tannehill or Carr? I think we said Carr.
Carr.
Need two. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Robbie Anderson, or Antonio Gibson?
I want to say both Pittsburgh receivers.
I'd go Deontay and Robbie.
Okay. I would go Claypool and Robbie.
Ooh. Look at that. DJ Dallas.
I'm feeling. I like Deontay Johnson and Claypool both. I want them to both be productive, and Juju. I actually need them all to be productive because I have them all across all my leagues because I love them all. But Claypool has an ability to make plays in a lot of different ways, and Dallas can be beat a lot of different ways. So that just tends to make me think that Claypool could rush it in, he could catch it. You know, he's got that tight end kind of body. There's just a lot of different ways they could use him. So that's why I'm kind of leaning Claypool, but they're both great.
Okay. I dig it. Just jumps through some inactives here real quick. You go to fantasyalarm.com/NFL/inactives to get the full report. Chris Carson is out. We knew that already. Carlos Hyde as well from Seattle. Over in Buffalo, TJ Yeldon, he's out. Lee Smith, the tight end, he's out as well. Ravens, Mark Ingram officially out. LJ Fort is out. For the Colts, T.Y. Hilton is officially out. So everybody knows. Chicago, Trubisky officially inactive. For the Titans, Adam Humphries inactive, as is Jadeveon Clowney. Detroit, Kenny Golladay, David Blough. They're both inactive. Minnesota, Cam Dantzler, the rookie cornerback, he is out, as is Tajay Sharp. Carolina, Russell Okung is out. The offensive lineman, Jeremy Chin, their defensive back, he is out. On the Chiefs side, well, nobody of any major consequence. Sammy Watkins, actually, he's out. Bradley Roby is out for the Texans. Hello, DJ Chark. Do. Jaguars, Minshew is inactive, as is Ozigbo. Denver, nobody major. Atlanta, Calvin Ridley officially out, as is Ito Smith, and Dexter Fowler is out as well. For the Giants, Golden Tate and Devonta Freeman are both out. For the Washington football team, Dontrell Inman and Dwayne Haskins again. So there you go. No big crazy surprises here at all. Jen, did any of those surprise you?
Nope.
Me neither.
Nope.
Although now I kind of want to look with Bradley Roby out. How do you feel about Jake Luton? That's the question.
I don't know at all. There's nothing, but I mean, I'm sure he can throw some passes. Obviously, he was actually very accurate, is my understanding, in college. I mean, I don't know a lot about him, but I don't see why it wouldn't be Chark. who knows? Chark seemed pretty upset with Gardner Minshew, so I think they may want to get him the ball. He is supposed to be their number one guy. So
interesting.
We'll see. We don't know. I'm playing him in the league. I have him. Know. If that answers your question.
What, Chark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just questioning whether or not, I think I'll just pivot off of James Robinson there. Put in DJ Chark going up. This is opposite my my Texans stack.
My Texans stack, I have Robinson in there.
Do you? Should I just leave it? I should just leave it as such.
Should I leave it as such? Play Chark. You should play Chark.
Oh,
if you're feeling it.
I don't necessarily know if I'm feeling it or not, Jen.
I just like James Robinson is their offense, and you've got a new quarterback, and we don't know what he's going to do, but they know they do well with James Robinson. They play to him, and they just feed him the ball. He's so good. Breaks tackles.
Here's the thing that I preach against all the time. This is Tinker time coming up, right? Like 3 minutes left, and then I need then I cut out all of my DFS tweaking because unless there's a major injury, I just can't do it. So
let me ask you this. I'm talking about Tinker time. I also have a Texans lineup, and I had it entered in 2 contests. And then in one of them, I switched out Terry McLaurin and Eric Ebron. I took them out, and instead I put in Stephon Diggs and Logan Thomas. Which one do you think is better?
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Listen, I love Diggs today. I really love Diggs today.
So I put in Diggs and Thomas in the waiver wire contest with the Texan stack. And then I did another entry where I switched out Diggs and Thomas for McLaurin and Ebron. Think one of those will win? Hope so.
Definitely, Jen. One of those lineups is going to win.
Maybe both of them.
You should invest the $4.44 and put that lineup into the Sunday Million. And then don't forget to hook me up with a little. But
here's the thing: if I win that, my $97 subscription to Fantasy Alarm pays for itself many times over, just that quickly. See, one big win, and that thing is paid for to January 2022.
How fast does that go?
And by the way, why are you guys still charging me for my playbook?
Hey, I don't get comps. Why should you? Why should you?
No, $97. $97 Black Friday special. Y'all get on it and give it away as gifts. Nobody's going shopping this year. Everybody's virtual shopping.
Right? Exactly. For that fantasy junkie in your life.
It's true. You know what? Justin Fensterman and I decided I want to do a segment on Alarm After Hours where we talk about how to be a supportive fantasy football partner. So like if you're the girlfriend or you're the boyfriend, but you don't play, how to support that fantasy partner correctly so you have a very harmonious relationship. It'll be like fantasy football support for significant others for dummies by Jen.
There you go. Yeah. Give them a subscription for the holiday. And then
exactly. That's catch number 1. Get them what they want. Get them the subscription to Fantasy Alarm Playbook. And then learn how to use things like, babe, I'm not feeling tacos tonight. I think we should fade the tacos and stack up some pizzas in here. And he'll think you're so cool.
You'd never fade the tacos, Jen.
I wouldn't fade the tacos.
Never.
Don't let Conch know I said that. I don't fade the tacos.
Never fade. Listen, I'm a big pizza guy myself, but you never fade the tacos.
You can stack tacos and pizza tonight, hon. That's what you can say to him.
I like that.
And it works both ways. You guys need to learn how to support women that play too. So
my wife is incredibly supportive of me. She just says, God, I don't need to talk to you. Like 20 plus years together. She's just like, just go away. Go away.
That works too.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here again, guys. FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday, $97. It gets you from the moment you subscribe till January 1st, 2022. All right. So it's a year and 2 months from now. Everything, all 12 sports, DFS seasonal, draft guides are included. Cheat sheets are all in there. This deal will close out on Cyber Monday. So lock it in now while you can. If we missed your questions, head on over to fantasyalarm.com/chat. We've got that live chat going on right now. John and Pemba and the Gang are all in there answering all your questions. Jen, should I give my my super sleeper here?
Do it.
Close it off with some filth. Salvan Ahmed. That's who you want. That's the running back from the Miami Dolphins today, going up against a relatively soft Arizona Cardinals run defense. Salvon Ahmed, Ahmed. Listen, Patrick Laird sucks. Jordan Howard sucks. Ahmed, go. I've put him in the dartboard with a link to his YouTube highlights from the University of Washington yesterday. This kid is he's like another Myles Gaskin, and Brian Flores definitely eyeballing him. So check it out. Check it out. I didn't even check to see if he's in the inactives at all. Where's my Miami Dolphins?
I think it would have stuck out to you. You've got eyes for him.
Oh, they're a late game. All right, he's not going to be inactive. Salvon Ahmed, there you go. That is my dirty sleeper pick for the week. Again, Jordan Howard sucks. So does Patrick Laird. That's going to do it for us here today. Big thanks to Matt Sells, our producer. For Jen Piacenti. Ugh, those Cowboys, so gross.
Go pick them at Fantasy Alarm. Go pick on fantasyalarm.com/picks. Don't pick the Cowboys. I did.
We'll catch you next time.